Hello dear students, I'm Dr. Madhuri and in this lesson, we will carry on with the previous lesson on homophones. Dear students, I hope you have already seen the part 1 of this lesson. In that, we discussed what are homophones, why should we learn them. In case you have not, please watch that part 1 of this lesson. That will give you an idea why we are studying here homophones in translation section. Because most of the students face the problem while translating from Hindi to English and English to Hindi. The biggest of these problems is the lack of vocabulary. So, to solve this problem, let's do work upon our vocabulary part. Dear students, हिंदी टू इंग्लिश एंड इंग्लिश टू हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन करने के लिए आपका वर्ड स्टॉक एनरिच होना चाहिए. दैट मीन्स आपका वर्ड पावर, दैट इज शब्द भंडार, व्यापक होना चाहिए. आपको अलग अलग वर्ड्स के मीनिंग्स और उनके कॉन्टेक्चुअल यूज के बारे में पता होना चाहिए. उस कंडीशन में ही हम उनका प्रयोग आवश्यकता होने पर कर सकते हैं. हम अपनी डेली लाइफ में अपने आसपास बहुत सारे न्यू वर्ड्स सुनते हैं, लेकिन क्या हम उनका प्रयोग आवश्यकता होने पर कर सकते हैं? मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम वी कैन नॉट. एंड व्हाट टू डू? तो फिर हम क्या करें, किस प्रकार से उन वर्ड्स को लर्न करें कि जब हम ट्रांसलेशन करें या एक्सप्रेस करें या कुछ कंपोज करें. फॉर एग्जाम्पल ऐसे राइटिंग, पैराग्राफ राइटिंग, ईमेल राइटिंग, जॉब एप्लीकेशन राइटिंग, रिपोर्ट राइटिंग, whatever we compose, we need a good vocabulary. So there is a big use of learning vocabulary in context. Context में learn करने से vocabulary हमारे memory में deeply enrooted हो जाती है और हमारे लिए उसे learn करना, memorize करना और जब उसकी आवश्यकता हो, जब भी requirement हो, उसका use करना easy हो जाता है. That's why instead of just providing the list which you can use in your daily life, I'm providing you the list of English words with same pronunciation and different meaning and spellings so that there will be zero possibility of mistakes which you can make while using them in your translation and even anywhere else while writing or speaking. Students, we are not taking up any high sounding words here. We are taking up those commonly used words that are most commonly misused due to their same pronunciation. Now, keep your notebook ready and note them down so that you can revise them later also. So, let's begin. Just notice these two words in the beginning of the list, already, already. These two words have the same pronunciation but different spelling and different meaning. The first one is already. That means all are ready. There are two words in this expression, all ready. That means all set. That is all of them. Whoever is there, that person is ready. Hindi translation might be sabhi tayyar hain. But now just look at the spelling of second word. Already. A-L-R-E-A-D-Y. Just notice this is a one word. And it's used to refer to time. ये वर्ड एक एडवर्ब है जो कि सेंटेंस में किसी वर्ब को मॉडिफाई करने के लिए यूज की जाती है और इसका मीनिंग है पहले से या पहले ही. So please keep it in your mind when you want to say that all are ready, then you should write these two words separately and the spelling will be also different, all ready. But if you want to say that I have already done this work, then you should use this one word expression and that is an adverb and it refers to time and it's spelled like A-L-R-E-A-D-Y. Likewise these two words. Just notice the next two words in the list. All together. All together. The first word refers to a group, that is all together, that is all of us or all of them are together. Its translation in Hindi would be like sabhi ek saath. इसका एक एग्जाम्पल देखते हैं. They were standing all together. Now, how it's different with the other word? Again, they have the same pronunciation but different meaning and different spelling. The second altogether is a one word. Likewise, already it's an adverb and it means entirely, completely. इसका हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन होगा सर्वथा या कुल मिलाकर, और कहा जा सकता है पूर्ण रूप से, absolutely, totally. Let's see its example, or we can say the use of this word in a sentence. Altogether, I would say it was a good day. We stopped going to the park altogether after we found out about the robbery. That means we stopped going to the park completely after we came to know about the robbery. Now let me tell you what's the difference between these two words, because you might see people using them interchangeably, but we cannot use them interchangeably. बात हम इन दोनों का प्रयोग एक दूसरे के स्थान पर नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि इन दोनों का फंक्शन, मीनिंग बिल्कुल डिफरेंट है. द फर्स्ट वर्ड ऑल टुगेदर, इट इज़ अ फ्रेज. ये एक फ्रेज है जिसका प्रयोग हम एक एडवर्ब के रूप में नहीं कर सकते, जबकि सेकेंड वर्ड ऑल टुगेदर, दिस इज एन एडवर्ब. सेकेंड वर्ड का यूज एक एडवर्ब के रूप में ही किया जाता है. I hope the difference is clear and now you will correctly use these words and will not get confused while using them. Now let's take up the third pair of words in this list. These two words are alter and alter, the same pronunciation but different spelling and different meaning. Are you familiar with the first word alter? Spelled like A-L-T-A-R. If not, okay, let me tell you. The first altar is a structure upon which offerings such as sacrifices are made for religious purposes. You know, these altars are found at shrines, temples, churches, and other places of worship. Its translation in Hindi would clear the meaning of this. That is Vedika या वेदी या बलिवेदी, अथवा वह उच्च स्थान जिस पर गॉड या वर्शिप की ऑफरिंग्स को रखा जाता है. English, its meaning is a pedestal, usually religious. Let's see its use in a sentence. He offered his prayers to God by sitting in front of the altar. Now let's take up the next word, that is A-L-T-E-R. The same pronunciation, but its meaning is to modify, to change. Dear students, you must have used the word alteration. You go shopping and you buy a dress, but it does not fit your size, so you get it altered. You keep it for alteration. That means to get it changed according to your size or to modify according to your size. So, dear students, these words were some homophones. While using these, people get confused. So, I hope your doubts are clear. Now, in this lesson, we will take up some other words that are also used quite mistakenly. और उसका कारण है इनके सही अर्थ को नहीं समझ पाना, क्योंकि उनके मीनिंग्स इतने ज़्यादा क्लोज होते हैं या इतने ज़्यादा समान प्रतीत होते हैं कि यूजर्स कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं. So let's move further and look what are these words. And ambivalent. The meanings of these two words are totally different, entirely different. Then why do we get confused while using these two words? Did you notice the similar prefixes in these two words? MB. This is a Latin word and it means both. Dear students, well, let's begin. The first pair of words is ambiguous and ambivalent. The meanings of these two words are totally different, entirely different. Then why do we get confused while using these two words? Did you notice the similar prefixes in these two words? MB. This is a Latin word and it means both. Dear students, ambiguous means not clear or decided. Or we can say it means to have more than one meaning or open to more than one interpretation. In Hindi, its translation is अस्पष्ट, अथवा अनेकार्थी, यानी कोई भी वस्तु या स्थिति स्पष्ट नहीं होने के कारण अनेकार्थी है. Now the word ambivalent. It means to have mixed feelings or contradictory ideas about something or someone. In Hindi, its translation is द्वैध वृत्तिक या उभयभावी, या हम कहें दो विरोधी मूल्यों या गुणों का मिश्रित भाव. For example, some loved her, some hated her, few were ambivalent about her. इसे यदि हम और स्पष्ट करें तो इसका अर्थ है being not able to choose between two things, two contradictory things or two courses of action which are usually opposing. For example, the whole family was ambivalent about the move to the city. Now let's understand what's the difference between these two words. The similarity is that these two share the same prefix, that is ambi from Latin. The word ambiguous, that means not clear because it has so many meanings. बहुत सारे अर्थ होने के कारण उसका अर्थ स्पष्ट नहीं है, that is ambiguous. But if you have mixed or confused feeling for something or someone, that is ambivalent. इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में आप डिसाइड नहीं कर पा रहे हैं कि आपको ये फीलिंग चूज करनी है या दूसरी, आप दोनों ही फीलिंग्स के साथ जाते हैं. लेकिन जब हम कहते हैं ambiguous, वहाँ पर बहुत सारे अर्थ होने के कारण उसका अर्थ स्पष्ट नहीं है, क्लियर नहीं है, उसे हम कहेंगे ambiguous. Now let's take up the next pair of words, amicable and amiable. Dear students, you must be wondering why do people get confused in these two words? Because in the spelling of these two words, there's a difference of just one letter. In the first amicable word, the C is used, and if we remove the C, this word turns into amiable. So here we can say that the spellings are different, but the meaning is same. Both of these words, amicable and amiable, these two are adjectives. They are used as adjectives in the sentences and have the same meaning, that is friendly. Amicable means friendly, but it refers to things, not people. We use this word for the meaning friendly generally with the things, or it can be used in the sense of friendliness or benevolence between two or more people or groups. For example, they could have the meeting in an amicable way instead of fighting with each other. The word amiable also means friendly, but it's generally used for people, and it refers to an individual person's friendly disposition, friendly nature. For example, Amaya is a kind, amiable soul who gets along with everyone. The next two words are among and between. I believe that you already know the difference between these two words, but I'm taking up these words in case you have any doubt. In Hindi, we have the same translation for these two words, that is, beech mein. But the difference is that we use among when we compare, or we can say among is used to talk or compare more than three or more people, things, situations, etc. Whereas between involves just two. It's used for two people, two persons, things, or situations. Example: Mother divided chocolates between Sarah and John's. Mother divided chocolates among Sarah, John's, and James. Further, we have two interesting words, amount and number. Meanings of these words in Hindi the same. They both are used to refer to the quantity of something. The word amount is used for things which are not countable, that we cannot count. For example, amount of sugar, amount of money. Obviously, the word number is used for things that can be counted, are countable. For example, Please give me the number of head counts. The next pair of words consists of anxious and eager. Dear students, people generally exchange these words in use and that calls into error. अर्थात इनका प्रयोग एक दूसरे के स्थान पर कर दिया जाता है जबकि दोनों के मीनिंग में डिफरेंस है. Anxious means to have worry or anxiety about something or someone, whereas the word eager means excited or keenly desire something. So, in case of anxious, we do not want that thing to be happened. For that we are anxious. But if we are eager for something, that means we want that thing to take place, to happen, because we are eagerly waiting for that. We eagerly wish, we eagerly desire, keenly desire for that. To make the difference clearer, I would say eager describes a state of positive anticipation, but anxious describes negative anticipation. That means यदि हम किसी अच्छी बात के लिए anticipate कर रहे हैं, that means eager. परंतु यदि हमारा anticipation negative है, यानी हम आशंकित है, in that case we are anxious. So, dear students, we have studied some homophones and some other words in this lesson, and I hope your vocabulary must have been enriched by studying these words. Try to use these words in sentences. Please frame some sentences by using these words. This will give you a practice and this will make you learn these words in a context and they will remain in your memory forever. So bye for now. Thank you for joining this. See you in the next lesson. Happy learning.